Now, I'm going to be honest, today isn't really going to plan. We're up on top of Hardknott Pass. We've not been here in the videos before, but we're supposed to be going up Crinkle Crags and maybe up onto Bowfell, but there wasn't any parking spaces down there, so I kept on driving until I couldn't see any more people, and now we're just on the side of the road. But what we were supposed to do is, this morning I came down this way, so past Little Langdale, and I went up onto Wrynose, and I parked here, well, tried to park here, but couldn't. Then I went right down Wrynose bottom, then turned off at Cockley Bridge, and then came up Hardknott Pass. There's some funny names, but around this next corner, down there should be a Roman fort. I'm convinced I'm around here somewhere. I think what my plan is either to go up there, or that one looks a bit more fun. I think I want to do that one. But because that one's closer and will take like 2 minutes, we'll go and have a look up there, see if we can see the fort, and then get some ideas on if we're actually in the right place. I've made it up onto that smaller peak now. The car is just there, and I've just been watching these cars coming around the hairpins, because it's kind of funny because they're like really tight and it's hard to get around. I won't be laughing later because I'll have to do the same thing. But they're sort of zigzagging their way up the hill, and it's just the same on the other side. It's kind of just steep and hairpinny. But you can see the Roman fort. It's like a square with round edges, with looks like 4 squares inside it. So that's it there. So maybe we could get a nice composition, get in the hairpin, get in the Roman fort, and it's quite a moody sky today. It's quite intimidating. The main thing that I don't like here is all the cars, but that's just part of the deal. I'm probably in someone else's picture parked there, so I don't really get to complain about that. So I think we'll do this, and then we'll have a think about going up there. It looks a lot steeper from here, and like not very walk friendly. But we're here now, so we'll probably end up doing it. But we'll set this up first, and then do that first. Kind of tempted to do a longer exposure today as well. Stick on the 6 stop, and then we can cancel out any of the cars that go past, as long as they're driving fast enough anyway. I've made the decision, and we're going to use the 6 stop to get rid of those cars, hopefully. Hopefully we don't get like a tacky line down the road, and then we'll use the 2 stop to balance out that sky, make it more intimidating and darker, because it just looks white on this camera, but it's actually quite dark, so just trying to make it look more natural. So what we'll do is we'll put the 6 stop at the back of the filter holder, and then we'll put the ND grad on the front. And I've already set up the frame that I want, so now it's just going to be adjusting the exposure, because before we had 1/10 of a second at f11, and now what we need is a 8-second shutter speed, and then we'll see how that looks. Yeah, that's better. It gets rid of all the cars on the road. I'm going to try a few different compositions with this setup. Might go a bit tighter and get less of the road, more of the fort in, and then I want to go wider from up on there, and we'll see how the different looks look. I think most of these long exposures have worked. The only slight concern is the cars wait for the other car to come past, so when they're sat there waiting, they're going to be in the picture. So it's just sort of timing it for when everything's moving. But It's not like the busiest of roads though, so they tend to like keep coming through. I've come up a little bit higher now and we're getting a similar view to before, but we're getting more of these rocks on the left hand side here. The rocks are sort of snaking their way down similarly to how that road is making its way down. So I quite like how that fills the bottom left hand side of the frame, because it's adding something there. It would have just been grass before, and we're getting quite a moody sky above it now. So I think I'm going to stay here for a few minutes, see if that sky gets a bit moodier. But I'm glad I brought the 6-dot filter. I have been thinking about selling that recently, but it's coming really handy today for getting rid of people. So I can't see me doing many more long exposures with water and that kind of thing. I still find that pretty tacky, but for getting rid of people, it's worked pretty well. That's like, I'm well happy about that. We can't get rid of them ones that are parked unless we do some Photoshop on it. I'm not sure, I'll probably leave them in. I'm not big on removing stuff. So yeah, we're going to stay here. I might swap over to the 135mm and get some closer up shots of the Roman fort. We'll see, but I think I prefer the wider shot. So we'll stay here for a little bit longer and then maybe go up there too. I think I found the last composition for this spot. Just gone to the edge of this this mound over here. Down on this side there's a fence, which is I don't really know why I want fencing it, but it's just different to what we've seen in the other photos. I guess it's just different. So down on this side, no, if I come down to this drop down here, and then when you look down here, you got the sheep, you got the road going down again, you got the Hardknott fort. So it's pretty much the same, just slightly different. I think I've changed my mind about going up there as well. Not really feeling it. I'm quite enjoying not going high for a change and just doing some low level stuff. I think what I'm going to be doing next is probably driving down this side, and then we should come out. Oh, that'd be Estill Green down there, I think. We did the Scarfell walk from down there, because I remember walking down a road that looked similar to that. It just went on forever. You didn't see it in the video, but it was horrible. So, you know, I don't want to do that. I'm going to go back the same way I came and then probably stop off in a few spots, probably down by Coniston. But what I'm going to do is we'll get this last shot and then we'll probably end the video there today. Now I've got the camera set up and I'm looking at it, I don't think I like that fence. It's sort of just cutting into the composition. It's just sort of more of a distraction than adding anything. So I think I'm going to go a little bit higher and cut it off. Still got a tiny bit of it. We've got some of this hill cutting into the frame. We've got the road, the fort, same as before. So it's got a bit windier, so I've upped the ISO to 100 and we're at 5 seconds shutter speed at f11. There isn't actually any cars on this bit at the moment, but this one's going to be coming through. Our composition starts about here. We'll see how far it gets in 5 seconds. Start the composition now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's covered like a couple centimetres in our frame, but when you look at the picture, there isn't any there isn't a car in this area, so it has done quite a good job of cutting it out. I'm going to stay up here for a bit longer and have a bit more of an explore. I'm not sure if you can go any further that way, or I'm still unsure about that. My main concern about doing it is we're just going to get more people in the photo, and I really don't want that. But maybe we can hide them cars with that bracken. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think I am. But I hope you liked that video anyway. It wasn't quite as adventurous as normal, but my plan didn't really come together. I think I should have come out earlier or later in the day, but I still enjoyed doing this. It was different to what I'd normally do, and I finally found a use for that 6-stop filter. I'll be bringing it out more often for the landscapes when there's quite likely to be people around. So that rain is just starting to get heavier, so this seems like a good time to end it. If you want to see more landscape and wildlife photography videos, please hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.